the light shines through our beautiful window. Some days it is the light of hope. Other days the light of faith shines brilliantly. Still other days the soft glow of a rainbow of color can be seen as the light of Christ, the light of love.
Always the light coming through our window is a light of welcome. No matter who you are or where you are on life's journey, you are welcome here.
At United Church, we have a mission to reach out with the love of Christ to people in need and to share the love of God by welcoming all people into our faith community. In order to keep the light of welcome shining, we have to maintain our building.
Our congregation has recognized the need to invest in our structure and on April 1st approved a renovation plan and a capital campaign totaling $350,000 to make improvements to our church.
Our first project is to replace the 5 oldest heating and cooling systems, which are over 40 years old. It is difficult to welcome people into our community of faith when our building is too hot or too cold. We need approximately $35,000 to replace our most ancient heating and cooling equipment.
Our second project is to repair the leaking roof of our sanctuary. When the wind blows and the rain is really heavy, we have to place buckets and bowls throughout the sanctuary to catch the falling water. We don't want to welcome people to our facility by handing them an umbrella. Over time, the leaks are also compromising the structural integrity of our building.
Eventually, even our window of light will be damaged. Repairing the sanctuary roof will require approximately $25,000. Our third project is to replace our leaking flat roof and create a small slope so the rain does not pond and then leak into the kitchen, fellowship hall, and classrooms. We have a giant leak in the women's washroom in the older section of the building. How can we welcome new people to a facility with water-stained ceiling tiles? $75,000 to replace the flat roof.
Our fourth project will be to replace rotten, shabby-looking wood siding with a composite material that won't rot and won't need to be repainted so often. We have places where the deterioration is becoming a concern of structural integrity and not just aesthetics. Can we attract people to a building that looks shabby and unkempt? The siding project is estimated to cost $30,000.
These projects must be done to ensure the structural integrity of the outside of our building, but there is more to do inside. In the oldest part of our building, the narthex, the kitchen, the hallway, and the original restrooms, the flooring is cracked and breaking up. When we welcome people to our church, we want them to know that we care for our church. We estimate the cost of replacing this flooring will be $10,000.
We want to rewire parts of our building to bring our electrical system into compliance with safety codes. We want a 3-way switch in Fellowship Hall so that the lights can be turned on from either end of the room. We also want to add permanent power outlets on the poles in the Fellowship Hall to provide power for projectors, computers, and sound equipment. We estimate these improvements will cost $3,600.
We need to install new vent fans in the old bathrooms to provide a more pleasant and well-ventilated atmosphere. We estimate this cost will be $3,000. Our sound system in the sanctuary needs improvements. Just listen on a Sunday morning to the crackling pops and squeals that sometimes drown out the announcements and the choir. We have a defective speaker that needs to be replaced at a cost of $400. We also need a new soundboard that will allow us to make better recordings of our worship service and will eliminate distracting noise from the sound system. A new soundboard will cost approximately $5,000.
We want to place windows in the doors of our classrooms to bring them up to new standards for safety. This will cost approximately $3,000.
Another much-needed improvement to our church campus is to repave our parking lot, including the north entrance road. If we can repave now, we can avoid having to rebuild the parking lot later. Repaving our parking lot will cost approximately $25,000 and save us even more money in the future.
All of the items we have mentioned so far are for the basic repair and maintenance of our facility. We intend to work on these projects as money comes in. We have other proposed projects to enhance the appeal of our facilities and ministries. New cabinet doors and countertops for the kitchen, new tables and chairs for the fellowship hall, and new, more attractive office furniture. We would like to put in new lighting in the narthex and kitchen, as well as upgrades to fellowship hall, new carpet, ceiling fans, and lights. We can save energy and have better lighting in our sanctuary, and new equipment for video recording our worship service to present on the internet and provide DVDs for our shut-ins.
All of our proposed improvements to our facilities will help us to provide an attractive welcome to our community of faith. We invite you to make a gift to our capital campaign to keep the welcome light shining. Repair, renovate, rejoice.